ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States and the First Lady, the Vice President of the United States, and Mrs. Gore.
Thank you very much. Mr. President, and I do mean Mr. President, on behalf of all of the staff and the cabinet and the members of this administration, I want to tell you how proud we are to be part of a winning team. Let me, if I can, express my personal thanks as Chief of Staff to all of you for the contributions that you have made to making this a winning team. This could not have happened without everyone being part of one team, working together, being loyal to this president and to his dreams for where this country he wanted to take this country in the future. And Mr. President, before you are the engineers, the designers, and the workers who will build that bridge to the future. And now it is my privilege to present one of the great members of this team, the First Lady of the United States.
Thank you, and we are so very happy. We're so very happy to see all of you here today and to thank all of you. And I want to start by expressing the appreciation of the President and the Vice President and Tipper and myself to all of you for the countless hours of work and the dedication, the concern and the caring, the intelligence that you have put into the work that you have done on behalf of the administration and the country. And I particularly want to thank the Chief of Staff of the White House, Leon Panetta, who's done a wonderful job. I hope that all of us are able to get some well-earned sleep sometime in the next week or two. And I hope that each of you feels the pride in the work that you've done that all the rest of us who have seen you do it feel about you. And now I would like to introduce another member of the team, someone who has made a great contribution, worked extremely hard on behalf of issues that really matter to the American people, Tipper Gore.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. One and all, you are great. We appreciate you. We love you. You're fantastic. I want to especially thank everybody that stayed here, as well as those who went out on the road. Everyone made a fantastic contribution that was a significant part of the margin of victory that we all celebrated last night. And we know that, and we want to thank you so very much from the bottom of our heart. I especially want to thank all the White House staff and the Clinton-Gore re-elect staff, as well as the political appointees in this administration and the staff of the DNC. We are all one community, and we all work together for a fantastic cause and victory, and now we will continue to work together toward a great future. It's my great pleasure to bring to you a most unique vice president, one of the hardest working vice presidents that we've ever had, a man that I can tell you has thrown his heart and soul into this campaign to re-elect this extraordinary man who will now enter his second term as a Democratic president of the United States, Bill Clinton, and who also has worked so hard, as all of you have, because we truly are committed to and care about our First Lady and our President as the symbols they are for our country and as the human beings they are among us. And I want to present to you a man who has reinvented the vice presidency in so many ways. We won't go into it. I'll just let him come and speak for himself. Al Gore.
All right, thank you. We did it. You did it. Thank you so much to Leon Panetta and every single member of this extraordinary White House staff, to every single member of the cabinet, and virtually every member of the cabinet is here, to all of the employees in the cabinet departments and agencies, to all of the political appointees who are present here, to the members of the Clinton-Gore 96 campaign team, the best team in the history of American politics, to the members of the Democratic National Committee, part of that fantastic political team, and to all of the men and women who are assembled here. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. This is, of course, an accomplishment that goes down in the history books and would not have been possible in any way, shape, or form without you. I said last night in presenting the President at the victory celebration that he is now on a very short list of history with the other Democratic presidents who have been elected to 2 terms. And it is indeed quite an extraordinary list. Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, Andrew Jackson, Woodrow Wilson, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and now William Jefferson Clinton. Last evening, modesty prevented me from listing the Democratic vice presidents who've been reelected. But now, my name, Al Gore, will be added to a list that includes Thomas Marshall, Daniel Tompkins, John Garner, and George Clinton. Hey, let's hear it for George Clinton. Come on. He was the first. So from George Clinton from Clinton to Gore. It's great to be able to, oh. No. No. Just, no. No, you misunderstand me. George Clinton, 1805 to 1812, from New York, first Democratic vice president to be elected. The other, I assure you, was just a slip of the tongue. But seriously, ladies and gentlemen, we, from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for the countless hours you have put in. People would not believe how hard this team of people works. Really and truly, it is incredible. And I know when the midnight oil is burning and when you're churning out those papers and when you're looking up the facts and working so hard, we really thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. And I am one of you in feeling the joy that all of us experience today at the chance we have had to work under Bill Clinton and the chance that we will now have because of the people of the United States of America and the decision that they made yesterday, announced last evening, to work with Bill Clinton in a second administration. It is now my pleasure and privilege, on behalf of all of us here, to call to this podium and present to you the President of the United States of America, Bill Clinton.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, you know, I really appreciate that lesson in history from the Vice President. I'll tell you one thing. You remember what John Nance Garner said about the Vice Presidency? Said it wasn't worth a warm, kettle of spit or something like that. That's before Al Gore got a hold of it. Nobody will ever say that again. Ever, ever, ever say that again. And just for your information, George Clinton of New York, doubtless a relative of mine, the only man in America ever to be the governor of a state in excess of 20 years. He served for 21 years as governor of New York. He served 4 years and then laid out and served 17 years until he became vice president. And that's a pretty good record. And it just sort of runs in the family, you know. I want to tell you all first to the White House staff and to all the appointees who are here, to the members of the Clinton-Gore campaign, from our wonderful campaign manager Peter Knight on down, and to the members of the people who work for our Democratic Party campaign. I want to say a special word of thanks to Don Fowler and Chris Dodd. They did a wonderful job, all the people at the party. To our terrific cabinet over here on the left, you know, they've labored for 4 years to uphold the dignity of our government, and they sort of changed their image today. That picture of Warren Christopher in that T-shirt gets out. He'll be on Letterman and Leno within 48 hours. I thank you all so much. Last night I had a chance to do something really quite wonderful for me. I was able to have a meeting when I was home in Arkansas with everybody who ever worked for me there. At least we invited them all. The people who worked for me 20 years ago when I was Attorney General, the people who worked for me during all my 5 terms as governor. And I told them something I want to tell you that is I have always been a very hard-working, kind of hard-driving person. I'm always focused on the matter before me. Sometimes I don't say thank you enough. And I've always been kind of hard on myself, and sometimes I think just by omission I'm too hard on the people who work here. You have accomplished a phenomenal amount in the last 4 years. And you have proved that even in this vast country of ours, where the government is only one part of our national partnership, and billions upon billions of decisions are made every day by people who are not in our government. Thank goodness we are primarily a country of free individuals with a free enterprise system. But you have proved again something that was clearly in doubt in 1992 at election time. You have proved that with discipline, sustained, focused effort, America can be changed for the better. You have proved that our problems are not all intractable. You have proved that we can galvanize the energies of the American people, and that we can, in fact, bring the deficit down. It's not a permanent feature of American life. We can, in fact, grow the economy on a sustained basis. We can, in fact, improve the education and the educational opportunities of our children. We can, in fact, lower the crime rate. And in fact, if people will help us enough in communities across the country, we can even help to change some of the very difficult cultural patterns that had begun to develop in our country over the last several years. You all did that. And very often I get the credit for the work you do. And then when something goes haywire, if I make a mistake, you have to try to figure out how to clean it up. And I appreciate that. And I'm sure I'll give you other opportunities in the year ahead. And I just want you to know, all of you, from the cabinet to the staff to the appointees to all the others who are here, you should be very proud of this. This is not This race was won because of the record we made and because of the plans we have and because we have established in the minds of the American people that it's more than talk with us, that we work at it hard every day. All of us, we work hard. And in the end, that's what sustained us: a vision, a strategy, hard work, and success. And we have a lot more work to do. But when our work is done, and when there is 8 years of sustained, disciplined effort, we will have gone a long way toward preparing our country for this new century. I can't even imagine what the world is going to be like, but I try to imagine it all the time, 20 or 30 or 40 years from now. And we are lucky enough to just be here at a moment in history when it is our profound obligation to move the American people closer to what they believe by opening up new opportunities for people to live out their dreams. And when we have the opportunity to prove that we can actually reduce our problems. We have to keep working on that. We've got a lot to do. I talked a little about it last night. But I begin this new tenure with high optimism and with renewed energy and with profound gratitude to the American people and to all of you. 2 years ago, not many people thought we would be here. But I believe if we just kept doing the right things, kept trying to do them in the right way, and kept working hard, and refused to be distracted by the things which dominate too much of our public life today, in the end, the American people would render the right judgment. I am profoundly grateful for what they did last night, and very, very grateful to all of you for making it possible. Thank you, and God bless you.